Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Playing the Ferryman 777, or indeed welcome back if you've been watching my videos already. I do appreciate it. Today I want to talk a little bit about what I learned about consecrating weed or marijuana and how you can do it ritualistically. Just like ayahuasca, you take it in a ritualistic manner. Like hape, another medicine you take in a ritual, you can take it in a ritualistic manner. You can do the same with weed or marijuana. We went to a friend's house not long after the previous ritual I talked about in the last video, and they invited us over and we consecrated weed, or as they call it, churu. Some tribes there in that region in Brazil, where I was, it was in São Paulo. They call weed churu. So they'd have a ritual, or a churu ritual, and there's all little processes around it. And our friends taught us how to do a churu ritual, and it was really, really great. We would actually come to do that. Myself and my husband at the time, we'd come to do that quite a few times after we smoked weed, but we'd kind of gradually move away from smoking it so often and make it into more of a ritual. So it was really nice to learn. I'm very grateful to those friends who taught us those things. And basically in the churu ritual, you will make your joint and you don't mix it with tobacco. Tobacco is also a medicine for the indigenous. They will use it to do healing, to do energy cleaning, things like that. But you puff on it, right, and you blow it out. You don't inhale it, right? In the West, we smoke tobacco and we inhale it, and it kills us. But just puffing on it and using it as a tool for cleaning, energetically, spiritually, for giving blessings. You can use it to say prayers. You can blow it and let the smoke carry your prayers up to the sky, up to God. Different entities also who work through mediums will often use some form of tobacco. Could be a cigar, could be a cigarette, could be a pipe. These tools will be used by entities to do cleaning on people. With tobacco, with a cigarette, with a pipe, whatever, the elements are represented in that. So you've got the element of fire, obviously. You've got the element of earth. Tobacco comes from the ground, has the earth energy, and the smoke can represent air. So you have those three elements, and most of the entities will also work with some liquid, some drink. So you've got the water element too. So you've got the four material elements to work with, to manipulate and use to do your magic, or these entities will use to do their magic. We can do it too. So yeah, even with pipes, in indigenous pipes, we'll have a bowl part and then a pipe part, like a tube part, and the bowl part represents feminine energy. It has a hole in it, and the tube part, being a tube, represents masculine energy. So putting the two together gives you creative energy, masculine, feminine together, it's creation. So there's there's fundamentals in those things. It's not just a pipe. There's a reason for the structure of the pipe, what the parts of the pipe symbolize, and things like that. But yeah, going back to the shuru ritual, to the weed ritual, it's very much a kind of a social thing or a group thing, with two people at least, and you'll have your joint with the weed in it, and you'll basically smoke it one drag at a time, and you'll pass directly to the other person, and they'll smoke it and they'll pass to the next person, and so on. You never put it down. In their way of doing this ritual, you never put it down. They believe, and I agree, that if you put a cigarette down, it can, if there's entities or spirits, obsessors or negative energies around, they can come and utilize the energy of that cigarette, just like an entity of light, a high vibrational entity working through a medium will use that tool. If you put it down and leave it unguarded, an opportunistic spirit can come and take that energy and use that energy too. A lot of spirits are stuck here on earth due to their addictions. They can't move on. They're too attached to certain things, and they'll seek out places and people who have those addictions to feed off them. So that's one of the little rules of the weed ritual, or the shuru ritual. You pass it around and you keep passing it until it's gone. But yes, these friends, they were very, very nice, and they taught us the fundamentals of doing one of those rituals. And during the ritual, you can enter an expanded state of consciousness and receive messages. You can talk with spirit, and it was really cool. We specifically, Eager, my husband, got really beautiful messages from one of his guides. In fact, Preto Velho. I talk about him in previous videos. These old black men, slaves that came from Africa, this archetype, very peaceful, very loving, very compassionate. They suffered a lot, so they deal with people in a very loving way. And they passed to him information, which he then shared with us during the ritual. So again, like I said, it's a social thing. You're kind of talking and receiving and sharing at the same time you're smoking. And the messages in this ritual were about cats and dogs, in fact. And it was so beautiful. I never forget it. I love animals. I love cats and dogs. When I lived in Brazil, I had 3 cats and a dog, also a German Shepherd. And to find out more about them in terms of spirituality and who they are and what they are was very enlightening. Firstly, with cats, he was told that cats are very special souls. They are, in fact, on a mission here. They choose to come here to help humans, to help a human, a specific person, to evolve, or to heal, right? Cats are like little Reiki masters. You know, when they purr, and they make that vibration with their purring. That vibration, that purr, is actually transmuting negative energies. Cats will often come and sit down on your lap or sit down on your chest, and then they'll just purr, and they'll pass those vibrations into you, transmuting negative energies and healing you. They'll actually help to heal you, and they can process that energy and transmute it for you. They'll also go around the house looking for any negative energy. They'll sit in certain locations and they'll sleep in certain locations, and they'll be working, and they know very well what they're doing as well. This was the message. Cats, they know their purpose, they know their job. They will choose to come here and do the job. Um, that's why they're often associated with witches or wizards and things like that, right? Witches often have a cat or various cats. I had three. Um, and they act like spiritual guardians. They can see spirits, they can alert you to spirits. If somebody curses you or sends a negative entity to attack you or to cause a problem for you, the cat can kind of stop that like a little bodyguard. They'll get in the way. In extreme cases, the cats will sacrifice themselves. They'll take the bullet for the witch or the wizard or the owner, so that the attack, the spiritual attack, doesn't hit them. And for a cat, that would be a mission complete. That would be a success. Of course, we'd be sad. We lost our pet. We lost our friend, our familiar. But that would actually, for them, be a success. And they would achieve evolution. They would achieve elevation for completing their mission. So they know exactly what they're doing. That's why they sleep a lot, because they're always working. They're always transmuting negative energy. If they're in a really, really negative environment with a bunch of negative people, they can get sick because they can't handle all the negative energy. So that can happen. They're also capable of, if they do die, they're also capable of returning instantly in the same form or in a different form. Like they look like a different cat, but it's the same soul. And they can come back. They're portal hoppers. They can move through worlds, dead to the land of the dead, let's say, and the land of the living, very easily. That's why cats have 9 lives. They can come back again and again and again. That's why they were venerated by the Egyptians too. The ancient Egyptians, they understood the power of cats and how special they were. You can see cats have very special eyes, right? They can, like I said, they can see things, they can see spirits and stuff like that. So cats are very, 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 very cool, basically. And dogs, the message that came about dogs was, they basically do the same job. They transmute negative energy. However, they don't really know what they're doing. They just do it automatically all the time by vibrating unconditional love. You know how dogs are loving. They're happy. They're just happy to be with you. They're happy to see you. They're just, you know what I mean? They're just that type of energy. So they're doing the same work, but in an automatic way, with pure love. And that pure love transmutes any negative energies. They're not as capable as cats in terms of the quantity of negative energies they can transmute, and they will tend to get sicker faster if they're in very negative environments with a lot of negative people. They can't manage it. Cats can do a bit more. And like I said, dogs don't know what they're doing. They don't realize what they're doing, whereas cats do. Dogs also can detect spirits or entities that are in the vicinity, in the house, for example, and they can alert you to that. They can also sacrifice themselves. If an attack comes for their owner, they will sacrifice themselves, and again, it will be a mission complete for them. They'll receive elevation and evolution for their service. So that's how special cats and dogs are. They're souls who choose to come here to aid us in our processes. They'll self-sacrifice themselves to heal us, protect us, and show us also these fundamentals Dogs show us how unconditional love heals and transmutes negative energy, right? People go to like puppy therapy, right? It works. You're surrounded by puppies who love you unconditionally. Takes away the negativity and transmutes it, right? So they teach us that. Dogs teach us the power of unconditional love. And cats also teach us the power of vibration, the power of their purring and their intention can transmute negative energies. So they're very, very, very special. And we ought to take good care of our little guardians, our little furry guardians. Treat them well and treat them with love, because they love you and they came here to help you if you have a pet, if you have a cat or a dog. And that's always been one of my favorite messages from Spirit. I always found it so enlightening and beautiful, and I hope you do too. To finish, during our little shuru ritual, our weed ritual, I gave one of our friends a Reiki again. I had been doing this quite a bit now, ever since I learned or remembered how to do it during ritual. And one of them decided to give us some equipment. She said, Spirit's telling me to give you guys these, that you're going to need them. And she gave us one of those incense burners, you know, the ones like you see in a church that you swing, like a little pot, and you put the stuff inside, you burn it, and then you swing it to smoke the area. She gave us one of them. She gave us various types of incense that you can burn in it, the coal, and she gave us a maraca. She gave us a little maraca, and she said, you're going to need them. We said, well, okay, thank you for the gifts. They would come into play later when we needed them, but in the moment it was just kind of a cool experience. Spirit will work through people like that, and they'll induce or simply tell somebody, give that to them, give this to her. And it's a way for Spirit to help people through other people. I'm here in Chiang Mai in Thailand, and I'm on my mission, and I didn't know I was coming here. I came to Bangkok, and I only came here based on signals from Spirit. Somebody was moved just before I left the country to give me this. You can see it says Chiang Mai. He said, bring that back to Thailand with you. And I said, why did you give me that? Why did you give me that? And he's like, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to give it to you. So you can see Spirit working through people like that. When he gave it to me, another friend of mine messaged me. I had told her I was going to Thailand the day before, and she said, oh, I was in Thailand. I went to Chiang Mai. And I got the postcard and a message from her, two totally unrelated people, at the same time, saying Chiang Mai. So I was like, okay, I get it. Do you understand? So Spirit works through people like that, in the most beautiful fashion. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, the information, and like and subscribe, do your thing, and join me for the next one. Love you.